Hello, fellow astronomy classmates. My name is Terry Bergeron, and I would like to present my constellation, Perseus. The best time to look for Perseus is mid-December to mid-January, around midnight to 1 a.m. For this presentation, I chose the end of December, specifically December 24th at midnight. The easiest way to find Perseus is to first find Orion the Hunter, or specifically, Orion's Belt. It is still high above the horizon and is easily found by looking for 3 bright stars in a line, which form Orion's Belt. Once you find Orion's Belt, look directly west or to the right of Orion's Belt, where you will find 4 bright stars that appear to form a sort of diamond. The bright star closest to Orion's Belt is part of the leg of Perseus the hero. If you continue to look west, the next bright star, Epsilon Cur, is where the body begins. If you continue to trace the stars, you'll end up at the neck, or the brightest star in the Perseus constellation, known as Mythology. If you were to continue to trace all of the stars around this constellation, you would end up with a sort of stick figure-looking man holding maybe a sword or a stick. This is the Perseus the hero constellation. The brightest stars found in the Perseus constellation. The brightest star found in the Perseus constellation is called Mythology, also known as Alpha Persei. It's about 500 light years from Earth. Its spectral type is F5IB. Its evolutionary stage is a yellow-white supergiant, and its radial velocity is about 2 kilometers per second. The second brightest star in Perseus is known as Algol, also known as Beta Persei. It's approximately 92 light years from Earth. Its spectral type is B7V. Its evolutionary stage is main sequence, and its radial velocity is approximately 3.7 kilometers per second. The third brightest star in Perseus is known as Attic, also known as Zeta Persei or 44 Persei. It's approximately 750 light years from Earth. It has a spectral type of B1IB and an evolutionary stage of a blue-white supergiant. Its radial velocity is about 20 kilometers per second. The fourth brightest star found in the Perseus constellation is known as E-Per, or Epsilon Persei. It's approximately 640 light years from Earth, and it's a BIV spectral type. It has a B-type main sequence evolutionary stage, and its radial velocity is about 1 kilometer per second. Deep space objects in Perseus. The first of the deep space objects I chose was NGC 1499, also known as the California Nebula. The California Nebula is located almost between Zeta and Epsilon Persei. The California Nebula is a large, bright, pinkish-red nebula or cloud of gas and dust that resembles the shape of California. The second object I chose was Messier 76, also known as the Little Dumbbell Nebula. The Little Dumbbell Nebula is located northwest of Mythology, the brightest star in the constellation Perseus. This is a multicolored cloud of gas or nebula that resembles the shape of a dumbbell. The next deep space object I chose was NGC 1260. This is a spiral galaxy located near Algol, the second brightest star in Perseus. The spiral galaxy contains a central bulge that is thought to contain a supermassive black hole. The arms of a spiral galaxy literally spiral around the center. The spirals are made of gas and dust, and they are often areas where new stars form. The fourth deep space object I chose was the Perseus molecular cloud. This is located near Attic, the third brightest star in the Perseus constellation. It's a molecular cloud in the constellation of Perseus that contains over 10,000 solar masses of gas and dust and covers an area of 6 by 2 degrees. The mythology of Perseus the hero. Perseus was one of the greatest heroes in Greek mythology. He was the only son of the god Zeus and a human, Danae. Perseus was born a demigod, half human, half god. Perseus grew up to be a very strong young man. After falling in love with Perseus's mother Danae, King Polydectes wanted to get rid of Perseus, so he tricked him into fetching the head of the Gorgon Medusa. Polydectes was fully aware that he was likely sending Perseus to his death, as even one glance from Medusa could turn a man to stone. On his path to find the Gorgons, Perseus met Athena and Hermes, who advised him to find the Griae, the sisters of the Gorgons, who would lead him to Medusa. After finding the Griae, he blackmailed them into helping him. They told him to find nymphs to retrieve a pair of winged sandals and a kybissus, a magic impenetrable bag. The nymphs also gave Perseus Hades' cap of invisibility. Equipped with everything he needed, Perseus used the adamantine sickle to fly to the ocean where he found the Gorgon sleeping. There, he cut off Medusa's head, threw it into the magic bag, and escaped unharmed. Along his travels back to Seriphus, Perseus encountered the Titan Atlas and turned him into a stony mountain. Afterward, he killed the sea monster Cetus, saving the Ethiopian princess Andromeda, who was supposed to be sacrificed to him. Eventually, Perseus founded Mycenae, where he and his wife Andromeda lived for many years and raised one daughter and 6 sons. Most of their descendants became great kings, the greatest being Hercules, their grandson. Thank you for watching my presentation on the constellation Perseus, the hero, and the mythology behind it.